Do you like ricotta cheese? Do you know it only takes 2 ingredients to make ricotta? Lemon and milk. Let me show you how to do that. Pronto? Allora andiamo a cucinare. Ciao, my name is Lucia, and thank you for tuning in to GreenOlive Cooking. This is a channel where I bring great food and memories through wholesome Italian cooking to your kitchen. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification, because that's my way of letting you know I have a new recipe for you. So today we're making homemade ricotta cheese, and it's very simple. It only includes 2 ingredients. So what I have done here, I have already added my milk, and I have a quart of milk in here. And you want to bring the milk up to hot enough that when you put your finger in, it kind of feels warm. And so just to give you an idea of what that temperature is, we are at 145 degrees. At this point, I'm now going to take my lemons, and I'm going to squeeze the juice into the milk. Now, a few things about this. You want to use whole milk when making a ricotta cheese. I just find it's a better flavor. And when you use the acid, which is going to make the milk separate the curds and whey, you want to use any type of an acid like lemon or vinegar. Red wine vinegar would be fine also. They even make what's called rennet tablets, and so you can also use a rennet tablet as well. But I just feel I have tons of lemons on my trees. I often have vinegar in my cabinet, and I think most people do. So no need to buy an extra ingredient when you've already got these ingredients around. So now what we're going to do, I just kind of mixed up the lemon juice into the milk, and we're just going to wait a little bit. I've kind of lowered my heat to medium, and we're just going to wait for the curds and the wheys to actually start separating, and I will show you what that looks like as soon as that happens. I did want to mention about the milk. I happen to love this company. They are here in California. I don't know if you can get them where you live, but it's actually an A2 milk. And for those of you who aren't familiar with A1 or A2 milk, A2 is the protein that is found in milk. A lot of people think they're lactose intolerant, but really they're protein intolerant. And so most milks have A1 protein. And that's the ones that you find in the grocery stores, and of course when people can't drink it, they think they're lactose intolerant. But when they actually change over to an A2, they find that they can drink it. So really they're protein intolerant. And a lot of people don't realize that there's 2 kinds of intolerances when it comes to dairy. So you can look for any type of A2 milk in your grocery store. Like I said, I love this brand, Alexandria. They're local here in California, and I just think they're great. So I love the A2 milk. So this is perfect. As I'm pulling away, you can see this cloudiness of the milk, and you can see these curds starting to form. This is exactly what you want. At this point, we know our ricotta is ready, so I'm going to put the lid on, turn the heat off, and we're going to let it sit for half an hour, and then we will I'll show you what it looks like at that point. So now I'm going to separate the curds and the whey. So I have a slotted spoon and I have a strainer. If you don't have a fine strainer, you could use any type of strainer and just line it with a cheesecloth. That'll just kind of help keep some of the curds in your bowl. So we're just going to gently place our curds in our strainer, and you can see the excess water is dripping, and that's exactly what we want. So now I've scraped out as much of the curds as I can. For about every quart of milk, you're going to get about 7 to 8 ounces of cheese. And so now what we have left is the whey. So we'll just let it sit here and drain as much of the liquid as possible. The longer it sits and drains, the firmer and the drier the cheese will be. If you don't want your cheese really firm and dry, and you want to keep some moisture to it, then you can just put it in a container at this point, or you can always add a little bit more whey to it after it's drained if you think it's too dry. And so now we have all this whey left over. Some people don't know what to do with it. They end up throwing it away, and that's an option. or you can actually save it because it's good in smoothies. You can use it for baking in cakes and pancakes, and so there's all kinds of things that you can do with this whey. So don't throw it away. Try to find other uses for it, especially if you like to make smoothies. I mean, people pay a lot of money for those whey powders to give them the extra protein, and you've already got it here in the ricotta, so that's another great use for it. So now that our ricotta is done, you can put it in the refrigerator. You can use it for so many things, like putting on your pizza, on bread for breakfast. But a lot of times in Italy, what we like to do is we just like to take a little bit of salt, put some salt on, take a little bit of pepper, and then drizzle with some good olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And so then you can go ahead and try it, and it just tastes so creamy, and you will never buy store-bought after you eat this. And if you don't know what to do with this, go ahead and join me over here at this next video, and I will show you a great zucchini recipe. I'll catch you over there. Ciao.